And welcome back to Gnomoria, where a lot has happened. It's been why I've been not been able to upload this for a while is because I've been trying to get stuff done, and it just wasn't working, and I had to figure it out. And then once I figured it out, it was a lot tedious, more of a tedious job than I thought it was going to be. So first off, it is the fourth day of the summer of the year 6. It's been that long. And so the game's changed, and our game's changed, meaning we've been doing a lot of stuff off camera, just getting things done, and then the game's changed because they actually updated it, and it is actually fully released and out of early access. It is in version 1 now. So hopefully that means there's still a few more things they're going to be adding, but at least it's out of early access, which means it's an actual game, which I always felt it was. I mean, you could do so much with this game, and it was still in early access. It was just crazy. Most of it was like some optimization, some tweaking. They added debug mode and ability to like spawn in liquids for testing and stuff if you wanted. They changed some of the game mechanics a little bit, so I'll go over that in a little bit. But yeah, lots has changed. Lots has changed. Look at this. We just had a goblin attack, so I figured we might as well just skip through that. We've seen it before. We fall through the hole. I don't know what I'm going to do with these guys. They're still down there. I don't have any golems to beat on them because I found out a little trick that makes it a little bit easier. But yeah, I've been taking care of stuff. I'll have to butcher up some yaks, which is fine. Huge stuff. So we got the walls. Finally almost finished. We just got this one last chunk to finish. And the walls are all done. I'm not going to go ahead and do that last bit because we don't have the archers full time to be walking around doing stuff. And by the time you open up the gates, they automatically go to that one spot anyway, so they wouldn't really be able to shoot anyone. So I'm not going to build a tower out here like I thought I would. I mean, this would be kind of a cool spot to do it, but it's not really necessary. Once you get the game mechanics figured out, you know what happens when your door opens. There's not much use for it. I mean, if they would like sit around and wait before they attacked, yeah, I'd probably put one out there and they could start shooting at people, but otherwise I'd have to literally put like a maze, which is another big thing you could do. It's just tons and tons of mazes and have tons of gunners and just have them shooting at them like crazy. I've seen that happen before. But anyways, farms haven't changed except for I expanded the grapes because I found that we were running actually low on wine during the winter. And that's another reason why we have so many more trees out here. It's because I literally ran out of wood smelting all the metal, which is for the metal golems. I'll explain that a little bit later too. Death box is the same. I made things a little prettier. I got little walkways going around. The straw room has thatch flooring. That's how much straw we had. I had just crazy amounts. So I was like, let's make it out of flooring. This is for production. I realized we had way too few wheelbarrows and stuff, so I maximized our efficiency by increasing that, by having more buckets, more bags, more wheelbarrows. So when they're hauling stuff, no one's having to fight over the wheelbarrows. Little walkway over here, a little peaceful little area. Eventually this tree will turn into, what was it, an orange tree? Yeah. So I thought it was kind of a nice spot. Put a little log bridge across there. Just flooring, by the way. More axes. And look at this. The main entryway is complete. Got some statues outside. And then inside, I decided to get rid of the colored. I don't know what I was doing with those. I just, for giggles, I was trying something out. And it just didn't look right. So I changed it over to our basic granite flooring. And then I figured we have so much basalt inside, I figured we might as well use some of that bauxite on the inside here, just to mix it up a little bit. And so we got the, I believe this was chiseled? Yeah, chiseled stone walls. They look pretty nice. So those are all changed out. Come down here. This will eventually be bone flooring, I figured, just like we did with the thatch. Just so, you know, kind of simplifies. This is where the dead bodies go. It's the bone room. The wood room, as you can tell. All of the walls changed to apple wood, and of course birch for all the flooring. I had to maximize the wood storage because I literally had to chop down tons of trees, and I needed more space. So we added more wood storage over here, with another furnace plus room for another furnace if we need to, because you do need to smelt a lot of wood in order to maximize your efficiency. If you're going to go full-time, full plate armor and stuff like that, and mining, you need lots and lots of coal, and you just don't find it very often underground. And you can't, I don't think, even purchase it, I believe, is one of the things that would be kind of nice to see. Just little tidbits. I mean, if you can find Gosh, I think I saw somebody. I bought 48 pieces of iron from somebody. Usually it's only the copper and stuff is up in that range. But if you can find that much iron ore from somebody, from a merchant, you should be able to get a little bit of coal from them. But anyways, rooms all finished. Almost. Everybody has apple wood doors and apple wood 4-post beds with wool mattresses, so we get the efficiency bonuses all around. It's just the statues I haven't finished doing. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do, because I've been using a lot of tin and copper for the metal golems, which brings us down to the last room. So here we go. The Great Hall is done. I figured we don't really need that big of a one, so I walled it off and I put in some ceramic tiles to mix up the middle part. I might do some marble around the edges, just because when it's highlighted, everything looks kind of the same color, so that white will stand out and make the edges a little bit different. Ceramic tile in the whole kitchen area. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Been busy just kind of fixing things, because we've been having to wait on the smelting process. And when I mean the smelting, it's because our metal golems weren't working. I put in there and I finally mined and I bought tons of copper and tin ore. And here's our invaders. They're stuck in here until I get some golems to spawn. And then basically I let them in here and they start fighting each other, and I close the door so that I can open this one safely and let our warriors in here, and then open up to let that. I figured out it's our airlock system right here, basically. But we just need some golems to spawn to distract them enough so we can open up said door and get that one open. Anyways, so yeah, I had this full. There was 500 tin and 500 copper over here. Took so much storage of hauling over there in the buckets, or not the buckets, crates. But nothing was spawning. Like, I waited for like a week, it seemed like, and nothing was spawning. They had people going close and far away. And so I finally looked, and somebody said, you have to, I don't know if it's like 1,000 metal ore, but I figured somebody said 250 metal ingots. So I was like, okay, I have 500 metal ore. I'd smelt that, I'd have my 250 ingots. I just had to wait for them to smelt that, because we literally ran out of coal during the winter, because I ran out of trees almost. And finally I decided, let's chop down some fruit trees. And I was like, yes, brilliant. So we smelted all that metal. So there's 250 copper metal ingots here, and 250 tin. I could have gone and smelted it all again into bronze, and I'd have 500 bronze, but I don't really need it. The metal core is basically just for giggles, just to see if we could get some metal golems to spawn. Because even if we get them in the spawn, it's just not a, absolute chance that they're gonna die and drop a core. The core is basically, I think, just a little bit extra hit points when it gets damaged enough that the core is exposed. Because that's basically the heart of the automation things, is that once that's exposed and they lose that, then they actually die, and then you have to rebuild them again. But it's not like it's not like the gnomes, where if you lose an arm they can bleed to death. No, they just lose that arm. By the way, you have to use metal plates, and let's actually check on him. He was damaged after fighting a bunch of ogres, and I built, gosh, I want to say 10 bronze metal plates. Let's go ahead and find Pop. Let's go check on his health. He's still injured. Do we still have the metal plates? I don't know how to fix him, actually. Oops, stocks. Come on, stocks. Items. Armor. Metal. Armor plates. Yeah, he used the metal plates. I just don't know where they went. I made like 10 bronze plates to fix him, and he's still damaged. So I don't know how to fix him, really. Maybe I need more of them. That's expensive then. Almost more plates than it took to build them in the first place. But anyways, there we go. So yeah, I had to wait for that forever to smelt all that metal, because that's a lot of metal. But we got that gun. So on to the game mechanics. So one of the big things they did was they changed. Let's see. I'm trying to think now. The AI they changed a little bit. They added some stuff. Mainly it was how jobs work. So basically, remember, when we tell people to build stuff, usually the first thing you tell them to build is what they start working on. But every once in a while we'd start building something else, and we'd want that to get done first. Well, either you had to wait for them to finish the first job to start the second one, or you'd have to cancel that first one and let them start the second one. Well, now there's a new option. There's actually a new tab on our thing, which is, oh, you guys are noisy. I'm going back downstairs. It's the Jobs tab, which we click on, and we have cancel job, like before. We have suspend and resume. So basically now we can like highlight a job section, like if they're changing out a bunch of flooring and we want them to go upstairs and build walls instead, we just highlight all that flooring and it'll cancel it without having us making us redo what we wanted to do. So that's pretty handy. We can pick and choose what we want to be done, and we can resume it pretty easily. Kind of like prioritizing, basically. It's how we prioritize. Another thing is the this. Basically, designated areas are a little bit different. Before, when we wanted to remove an area, we would click on it and remove the whole thing. So now we can actually pick and choose what we want. So if, say we made this huge area and it's no longer needed and we wanted to shrink it down, well, normally we'd have to remove it, and then they would have to restock all that stuff that was sitting on the floor, which is kind of a pain. Well, now we can just go ahead and do this. So there's a little bit of dirt here which can go over here, so we're just going to go that way, and bam. It is no longer in this stockpile. That is so cool and handy. In fact, we can go ahead and do this one too. There's another one right here. So yeah, that makes it super nice. So you can customize, and like for your stone, you can remove certain tidbits. If you want certain stones and you don't want to have a whole bunch of it sitting on the floor ready to spawn a golem. Or if you want to resize it without having to get rid of everything, that's another real handy dandy thing. And there you go. Little tweaks here and there. And that's about it. So let's see. We got these guys are still waiting for that to go. Let's speed things up. What else we got? I think that's about it. I've been mining a little bit, but it's so far down. It takes forever for them to get down there to mine. And they mine a few things and then they're done. So let's go ahead and butcher up these goblins, and let's see if we have enough bones. I have to butcher up some of those yaks too. I've been being very careful with what yaks we have, because we don't honestly need that many male yaks. So let's go ahead and back in. Oh yeah, there's so many in here. I only keep 2, just in case. So we'll butcher up those. And let's go figure out if that emu's back. There's some reason, I don't know why that emu... Oh, wait. It could be because this one's full. It is. Okay. So we need to get rid of one of these female emus. Okay. In fact, we can actually get rid of that male. We don't need any more emus. I did it because we were kind of low on the eggs, and I wanted to increase our numbers again. Same with these alpacas. We don't really need too many more alpacas because we're pretty much done with breeding those guys. We have enough of them producing enough wool at this rate that we don't need it. I have all the beds changed out. I needed more yaks because we needed more milk. I think that's about it. So let's go ahead and go down here again, and let's butcher one of those as well, a couple of them, just to make sure. So let's see, breeding emu, and let's go ahead and butcher a couple of those. Nice. Okay. Sweet, so that's taken care of, Now we're just waiting on those guys. Another thing we're going to do. Oh, that's right. I completely forgot. We're going to antagonize the goblins a little bit. So basically, I got this door open. I tried this earlier and it didn't work, and I figured it out. They couldn't escape, and so I had to open up a door so they could actually leave. So all we're going to do is, because we're getting close to the end of this series, and we want to see if our traps could really uphold. I mean, there's no way they can get past that second part, but I'm just curious how much those first trap doors can actually take a beating. So we're going to go to diplomacy, and we're going to go to the root card, which is the Goblin Kingdom. Basically, I think I've shown you this before. We have send tribute or send insult. Send tribute basically delays the next attack. It won't make any happy points and make them nice to you. The goblins are always going to be jerks, but at least you can kind of delay the next attack, so you can maybe try to push on getting a expansion done real quickly. You know, if you're trying to expand your kingdom walls a little bit more and you just don't want to be attacked while you're doing it, then I'd suggest maybe sending a tribute. Basically, you have to send like armor and weapons. So it takes certain equipment to make them happy, and you can send jewelry apparently too. And it's too low, the different offerings, and they have different prices probably for everything. But if we send insults, it's the skulls and the hides from their dead and the meat. So if we send, say, like 1 goblin meat, it is 25 points for insult, and that makes them angry. But if we go ahead and send them, was it a skull? I think is 25 too. Yeah, it's 50. And then if we send them a skull, or no, their hide. For some reason, the hides are more expensive. The same with the skulls. 2-headed ogre skulls are still 25. But if we send them, oh, we can send them their own sausage. That's funny. That's 50. Nice. All right. And so then we send them like a hide. That's 50 as well. See, we got the different prices. So now they're infuriate. So say we wanted to go crazy and send like every single thing that we had of them. It's still infuriate, but it's up to 9,875, which is ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. So we're gonna take all this stuff back because we don't want to do that. I want to do a little test, but I don't want to go nuts. We're gonna just send them 5 goblin skulls, which will infuriate them, and it'll be 125. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and send 3 more. Make it an even 200. And then we need to send it with somebody. So because we have all these people working, and I don't know what happens when they get there, like if we automatically, I don't think they die. But just in case, we're going to send Pop, because he's replaceable. Very easily replaceable. And we're going to hit send, and then, if I remember right, he was somewhere close by. He should just pop up here, and he should just be walking out the door soon. And off he goes with those skulls to go to the Goblin Kingdom. There he goes! There goes Pop. Does he have them on him? Pop the blacksmith. His worth is 1,628. I forgot that they have worth. He is departing. It doesn't say anything. What's he killed? He's only killed 1 2-headed ogre. He hasn't done much. There he goes. He's going to go leave the map, and hopefully he comes back. So basically what the insult does is A, it's going to cause them to attack us sooner. So we just got attacked. So maybe in a few days we'll get another attack rather than at the end of the month, because it's always near the beginning and end. So that would be crazy, and it may increase the amount of goblins that show up. Like I've seen people, I don't know if they've been in there longer, but I've seen it where there's been like 50 goblins and tons of 2-headed ogres, like almost as many 2-headed ogres. It's nuts. It gets nuts when you insult them really, really badly. So there we go. I don't have any merchants, still a bunch of seeds, but that's fine. So the yaks are done. That's all done. But yeah, just been trying to get those golems to spawn. Let's go and see if anything else is spawned. If we get some metal or stone golems, that'd be fine. No. These guys are probably going to starve to death pretty soon. Let's see. 2-headed ogre. Health. Has a seriously injured his right eye. How did you injure... probably a goblin fell on your face when you fell down there. Alright. I want to fight some of these guys, because there's only 3 ironclad guys. And I feel like we could take them, but I wanted to thin down the herd a little bit. But I wanted to get them in here. So let's do this. I'm going to pause. I'm going to see if we can get a goblin, or golem, sorry, to spawn in here to distract them long enough I could switch these doors and let them in safely. And I'll be right back, probably. And we're back, and so is Pop. He just came in yesterday, and now all these goblins showed up. I didn't even hear the music. Either it happened really quickly, or they snuck in. Apparently, they've been killing stuff over here. What's this? Oh my goodness, this poor bear. There's a bear front paw, a right leg, and a right arm. Wow. Just butchered that poor bear. Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a few goblins out there. So I'm wondering if this actually did irk them on more. There's a couple ironclad guys over here. There's let's see, I remove these walls and I shrink them. There's at least 4 ogres and a bunch of goblins with armor. But we're gonna let these guys in and do their thing. But yeah, I completely forgot one of the biggest key things they did with the new update was suspension. Remember how we'd suspend stuff and I'd always have to be checking to see if I had it suspended or unsuspended? Well, now they changed it to where it's visual. So basically, like for instance, I hover over these gardens and they're red. That's because they're suspended. So all I have to do is see, yep, they're suspended. I don't have to click on them all the time. Now these are all suspended, that's why they're red. I don't think you can suspend a farm. Oh, you can suspend a farm. I guess so you don't pick up the drink from them? I don't know. I don't know why you would suspend those. Oh, I got another merchant too to deal with. But yeah, bones. I had lots of yaks. They've been giving birth like every day, so I've been butchering them up and throwing their bones in here. We may need a bigger room here pretty soon. But yeah, that's why these got different colors down here before they had different colors, because I had these suspended. I was like, oh gosh, I knew there was one more thing and I completely forgot. So when they're in use, they're green. When they're not being used, they're yellow, and when they're suspended, they're red. Pretty cool. For instance, this is red because it's full of stuff. What's this? The Hoisted Land, a merchant city-state, has been discovered. I didn't even know there was another one after that. Oh my goodness. That means we're going to have another diplomat here. Look at that. Wow, our worth must have gotten up there high enough. Stock worth. I just sold so much stuff too. 269,500. Construction worth only 135. Half of that. Wow. 781. Total worth almost 500,000. Wow, that's insane. That is insane. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's deal with these goblins. We're going to have to make another fancy room. I'll probably just do some platinum. Make it really easy. Put some platinum statues in there. Go ahead and flip this. And then we'll flip this. Let these guys in. We should be able to handle them. I was expecting a little bit more, but we're definitely going to go send them another little, poke. I don't remember. Did I talk to the top hat guy or the guy with the hair? Let us find out. Apparently I talked to the other guy. Okay, let's go ahead and get some more iron. 4,920. That's insane. Let's go ahead down here real quickly. I have jewelry being made constantly though, so it's great. Let's get rid of the poor stuff first. We even got a masterful sapphire ring. Nice. Can I get rid of that? And that. Oh, here we go. That'll help. Do we need it? Yes, we do need that. We need about 700 more. I'll probably have to get some more stuff. So let's get rid of one of those. And then we'll get rid of one of these. That puts us up over. So let's go ahead and get some more silver. Do this just in case. And then I can get the one more. And then I'm short about $60, so I'll just get 2 of these, and then I will not sweat those $2 extra. Sir, I will let you trade. Done. That way, in case they decide to leave on me, I don't have to worry about losing out on some iron, because it's getting tricky to go down there and mine. Constantly having to go downstairs. Okay. Now, hopefully these guys don't mess with these, but if it is, I'll have to change these doors around. I realized another easy way would have been if you really just didn't want to hassle with these goblins like we're doing with the trapdoors, you could have just put all mechanical walls and just squashed them. Like basically the same setup, and then this would activate as soon as one of these guys stepped on it. And then you wouldn't have to worry about them not missing and falling down the hole because they'd be dead. I never thought about that. That would have been the easiest solution. But I wanted some combat. Oh, no, what are you doing? Oh, don't go after the... I forgot to suspend this. Don't go after that bear, sir. Get out of there. Get out of there. Okay, luckily he can't go too far. And then we better suspend these before I forget. And I better make sure that those doors are closed downstairs. Suspend this for the armor. Suspend this so they don't go pick up said armor. And that's about it. Okay. And this is closed, right? No! Oh, that would have been horrible. That would have been horrible. Alright, let's go ahead and tell these to be none. Get to work. We got some golems. These still haven't spawned. It's the 12th day of summer and these still haven't spawned. I don't know. I might just give up on those metal golems. I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. It doesn't matter if they're in the light or darkness. It doesn't matter if they're, I believe, close or far away. Like, I had it so that they were far away. And then I was like, okay, well, maybe it's because they're too far away. So then I set up those guys to be training, and they still haven't spawned. So I'm wondering if the math's wrong and it's more than 250, but I have no idea anymore. Okay, we don't have to worry about... Oh, actually, these guys... I have no idea why they actually came in, because this one's still closed. Pull that one, and somebody else go ahead and pull that one, please. And then we'll set up our archers to shoot people, just in case. It is this time. So yeah, updates. Still a few things that are kind of twerky. And weird. I don't know how to do the metal golems. But I have enough to get a steel golem and an iron golem. No, not golem. Automations. So we're going to be going ahead and just making those with the stone golem cores that I have. I'm not even going to bother trying to get a metal golem core just for those. And they're coming. So maybe that's the trick. Open up this door. I didn't think they would even come in here unless there was an actual entryway. I don't know why they even tried to get in here. Oh my. Oh my, I forgot that I had that on fast forward. I found out also we can fast forward to 4 times. How the heck did that happen? Did anyone fall down the hole? No one fell down the hole. That is ridiculous. And that is why we have a backup door. And that is why we have a backup door. And jeez Louise. Alright, go ahead. Butcher those guys. That's nuts. Every single one of them made it through. Not a single one got stuck in our trap. Jeez Louise. The only thing I could think of is we break this up, maybe? It would be a better plan. And put like a pressure plate here instead. Alright, you guys aren't actually going to be able to shoot anything from over there, so you might as well move over to here. And you're going to be here a couple of days. I'm not going in there. That's just way too much goblin and ogres. So we're going to set you guys up to just to butcher them. They got new guns, by the way. I finally had enough steel and iron that I was like, you know what, let's upgrade them. And so they got steel blunderbusses and steel crossbows. And we already took out that one group. I couldn't wait for any golems to spawn. They were just going to die starvation. And yeah, oh. Okay. You know what? I'm kind of paranoid, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. Terrain. No. I'm worried somebody's going to go in there. I don't know why they would, but I'm just kind of worried right now. Let's just make it out of thatch. It doesn't have to be strong. Thatch is close by. Go ahead and put that right there, please. And so basically, I just had my guys go down there and shoot with their new guns, and those things do some massive damage. I mean, it should make sense. They were bronze before, and we finally upgraded them. I mean, they went past iron and straight to steel. But the fact was, most of our weapons were legendary. I think all the blunderbusses, there's 5 of them, and they were all legendary. Let's actually go ahead and go down here and check. They had the craziest names for these guns. Excuse me. What is this? Oh, yak hides. I need to get rid of some yak hides, apparently. Contents. Blunderbusses. There they are. There's 5 of them. 5 bronze blunderbusses. Oh, I can't see what their names were. Shoot. Alright, anyways, they all had crazy names and they were all legendary. Which I believe is once they become legendary, they do more damage. So, I thought they would. I was kind of worried. Like, I figured maybe we shouldn't. They were already pretty good being legendary, but no. Steel is. As you can see, steel is much more efficient. They literally butchered these guys in the shortest amount of time possible. That was insane. I was expecting these guys still to be alive up here. But no, they're all dead. That's with lead bullets too, not even steel. I've seen people have decked out steel armor, steel weapons, steel bullets, everything steel. I don't know how they got so much steel. But they've done it and it's ridiculous, but that was ridiculous in itself. They're all dead now. They all dead. Wow. Alright. There we go, guys. We got lots of bodies to butcher up now. Let's go ahead and do a head count. I'm probably going to let the metal sit. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with it. Maybe my calculations are wrong or something about the wiki was wrong. Let's go do it. Oh my goodness. I definitely think they came in a little bit more full force. That's a lot more goblins than we're used to. I'm used to like 8 to 12 goblins. And that's including a lot of raiders. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, that's a bear. 14. Yeah, 14 goblins and 4 two-headed ogres. Dang. I'm gonna butcher those guys up. Pop that, and I'm gonna send out pops again. But here's automations. We'll build those next time. So we'll have 3 automations. I may make a steel one. I might have enough steel. I don't know. I'd have to double check the math. Otherwise, I'll make another iron one, and then we'll have a 4-man automation group. And yeah, we're gonna send we're gonna send a lot more skulls. I'm thinking we're gonna send 1,000, just to see. I mean, 1,000 points that is, towards the goblins to see if they send us even more force. And I will see you guys next time.